Is the cord messed up?
Welcome to Paranormal Central, broadcasting live from Central California with your hosts Jeffrey Gonzalez and Alan Thomas. Broadcasting video worldwide at ParanormalCentral.net and broadcasting audio on the Dark Matter Network at ArtBell.com. Are you ready to witness something that you cannot explain?
I'm looking for you, you're looking for me. We have to decide what it will be. Can it be true? Can I believe the unexplained? Look into the sky.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Paranormal Central. My name is Jeffrey Gonzalez. I am your host, and we are running a little late only because we are having problems connecting to the Skype and sending it over to the Art Bell network. For some reason it's not working, and Alan is on the computer right now, and obviously internet is working because I would not be on live stream if it wasn't. So I don't know what's going on, and Ellen is trying to figure it out. So Keith, if you are listening right now on live stream, Ellen is trying to figure out why it's not connecting to you for some reason. I don't know what's going on over there. So yeah, gotta love it. So hello again. Yeah, Alan is here. Alan is not next to me right now, but he is where Emerald at, trying to figure out why his laptop is not connecting to Skype. So as soon as he figures it out, he'll come on over here and sit right next to me. I have no clue. What? Huh? In a couple seconds. Yeah. Do you think it could be? No. I'm gonna say, do you think it's a cord? Yeah, I gotta love it. So Keith, sorry man, but Alan cannot figure out what's going on, and he is the computer geek over there, so I have no idea. Yeah, that's why we didn't hear him come in. Usually we hear Keith from Art Bell come in about 5 or 7 minutes before the hour and make sure everything is up and running, but I hate these. I really do. Alright, hello again everybody. Appreciate you guys sticking around when things are not working right. We're going to get to it here pretty quick. As soon as Alan can figure out what's going on with the Art Bell side. And hopefully he can figure it out real quick. And Alan can't seem to find the problem. Okay.
Yeah, it says we're like connected, but only we're not connected. I mean, everything's connected. It says we got internet connection, everything, but only no internet. No anything.
Okay. Can you get on wireless?
I'm gonna try something else.
Yeah, sorry about this, folks.
I'm gonna restart the whole system. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. How is everybody out there? I can't see you.
I hate technical difficulties, guys.
Too bad we can't. Do you have Skype on there where you can call Keith and talk to him straight up? Like on that? I'm sure.
You have a Skype app? Yeah. Oh, just type in, get on Skype, and then.
At least we're having contact with them.
Yeah. Type in, the yeah. Okay. Well, hello everybody. Yes, I apologize again. You know, we're having some technical difficulties. We're not sending the signal over to Art Bell right now, so they're probably freaking out, and Keith is probably going to fire us here pretty soon. And I hope that's not the case. But I'm going to go ahead and just let you guys know what we're going to be talking about tonight until Alan can get over here and Emerald can sit back in her spot, and then we'll be able to notify Danny for the Squatch report and get him on. So I know, Danny, if you're listening, just hold off, bud. Because we are now going to Skype Art Bell's people through
Singer Paranormal Society at AOL.com.
Oh, sorry, I'll turn it off. So, what? It's and we're gonna notify them through the Skype on cell phone. Ooh. So hold off. Holy mackerel, that was loud. So as you can see, we're just rebooting the laptop in front of us. All right, what we're going to talk about tonight is actually we're going to have Danny on in a couple of minutes here. We're going to talk about a bunch of Bigfoot stuff. And there has been a lot of Bigfoot stuff, that's for sure. There's a lot of good sightings, especially one really close by that kind of blew us all away. So we're going to talk about that.
Somebody said Dark Matter's running in one of your old shows.
Are they?
They're having a problem.
Yeah, well, we're having a problem here. We can't.
No, it's on their side.
No, I don't think so. I think it's... Holy mackerel. That's loud. Skype, we're having a problem with the Skype thing. So Art Bell apparently is running a best of show right now until we get this thing squared away. Hopefully we can figure out what's going on. So tonight what we're going to be talking about is, and you know, a lot of people don't know this, you know, and I'm getting pretty much sick and tired of all these pictures that are going up on Facebook and everywhere of, you know, so-called Bigfoots and Sasquatches. And I don't know if you guys all know this, but we actually, when I say we, I mean the people that I was with, David Ragosa, in 2008, got this fantastic photograph of a Bigfoot walking up a hill in the Sierras, well, actually at the spot that we go to all the time. And a lot of people don't know this. Well, I'm going to show you that photograph tonight and what happened in that area when we got the photograph and who was with us. Because wait until you see this photograph, guys. If you guys don't believe in Bigfoots, it's not like this photograph came from somebody who doesn't, who we don't know. It's like this thing, this, you know, no, this photograph was captured on a game camera that I was at the location when we retrieved this SD card and placed it in my computer, and I downloaded all the photographs and said, holy, and then, you know, David Ragosa called me and said, what the heck is this? So we will show you that photograph today, because I think this is a pretty good photograph of a Bigfoot, of a very, very tall and large Bigfoot. And no, it wasn't a bear, and it wasn't a person in a suit, because I could debunk all that. All right, so we're going to talk about, let's see, look at my list here. Just, you know, a bunch of other paranormal stuff that's been going around, you know, the social media lately. And we're going to get to that here pretty quick. So, again, I want to wait here a little bit before we actually start the show. And, what? You can't get on Skype? Emerald?
I'm on it right now.
Oh, are you? Okay. But you can't get on Skype, Ellen?
Not through this computer. So how would we connect this to that?
We can't send him the audio on that. Or, wait a minute. No, because it's USB port. It's all digital. You can't.
There's no internet at all. For some reason, it says it's on internet, but no internet.
Do you want to switch the cable then? Because obviously we are at internet, because I'm running on live stream. So we're running live on live stream. Also, too, we for those who are watching us on live stream, look at the video. Is the video a little bit clearer than it usually is? Because we changed some settings and are running on a better streaming. It should be coming in like really clear. The colors all should be fairly. So hold on right now. Are you talking to Keith? So yeah, I mean, right now, hopefully you guys should be able to see us or see the picture really well now. God, I can't believe we.
It says we have network access, but we have no network access. Kind of weird.
Yeah, it's connected. It's not even connected to Wi-Fi. It's functioning or internet. So I think we'll just have to switch it out.
Sorry for the dead silence. I'm just listening to Emerald talk to Art Bell's people right now, and
You want to just do the rerun for the rest of the night on the Art Bell?
well, I mean, if he's running that right now, he has to. But if Alan is going, I mean, unfortunately, Alan, if he can't figure out his own laptop, then he's fired.
Yeah. That's what we'll have to do that. And then let's do this next weekend.
So okay.
Sorry about that.
We tried connecting wirelessly.
Yeah, live stream is working fine.
Yeah, live stream is working fine.
Connecting wirelessly.
Okay, hold on here. He's gonna try something different. So again, I'm just mumbling around, guys. I apologize for this, but we're trying to get Art Bell is very important to us. Art Bell is a very important addition to the show. Obviously, Art Bell has given us a break, and I really get frustrated when we have technical problems, and because it's like, it shouldn't happen. I would rather have live stream go down than Art Bell. I'd rather just pump everything over to Art Bell, but so hold on a second. Just let him know if Alan can get it back up, then you'll call him and tell him.
If we get it back up, would you want us to call you guys? Yeah.
Hold on here, just I'm listening to Emerald. Sorry for the dead silence, guys. I apologize for that. Ouch, that hurt my ears.
Yeah. No, we'll let you know. I'll message you through the phone. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. So we'll switch out with the laptops too. All right. Thanks. Bye.
So what happened?
Can't get it in the next 10 minutes. He said don't worry about it. He's playing the rerun, but
Okay, well he's rerunning right now one anyway, so he'll just let it go.
he said it's a shame that we're going to end up missing what you're showing on live stream today. He's putting the pictures on hold on live stream.
Okay.
On Art Bell.
Yeah. Bummer.
So he says if we
I
can
might have it here in a second.
Okay, well let's see. Hold on.
after the show,
What's that?
save it. He said if we could save it for next week.
I think that would probably be the best thing then.
Difficulties just cancel.
Yeah.
Figure this out.
Yeah. Hold on, Danny. Danny, I know you're listening to us right now, but Art Bell, they are saying that if we can't get this thing going with the Art Bell, then we're just gonna go ahead and just not do the Squatch report and save it till next week because they don't want to miss out, which I don't blame them. And then we'll see what happens, and we'll just we'll just save the Squatch report to next week, and then we'll do that. So
Let me see if it will do the system.
so we're gonna right now. Alan is trying some things on the laptop, so hopefully he can figure it out and go through wireless instead of just the wire line. But for some reason the wire line's not working. Are you sure it's not the cord? You don't want to switch the cords?
It says I'm 100%.
He's connected.
It's connected.
It says
It
he's
says
connected,
I'm 100% connected.
but it's not connected.
It says you're 100% connected, but you're not connected.
100% connected, but only no connection.
There's the
Like
anything.
when you go to the internet,
Right.
it's not connecting to this. It's like a,
Does he have an extra cord?
But he says we're connected though.
it says it's 100% connected up. But what I'm doing is I'm doing a system restore, and I'm gonna send the computer back in time to different settings and see if maybe that there was some virus or something on it. Because my son has been using it during the week.
Ooh,
And
you need to stop doing that, dude.
yeah.
I could bring mine, have an extra laptop.
Yeah, that this can't happen again.
Nope. But things happen when you're with the electronics. You know. It just does. You can't help it.
So Danny, obviously, we're gonna go ahead and hold off the Squatch report until next week because the pictures are not gonna be put up on Art Bell. They're gonna be taken down, and then that way we can save them until next week. So we'll probably have a double dose of the Squatch report. So anything that happens this week, you're gonna go ahead and just add it to that report, and you'll have a full, 20 minutes or 25 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever long it takes. So there you go. So okay. So Alan is going to come back over here, and Emerald's going to sit down and see if it restores itself and goes from there.
Well, you'll just get a double dose next week of us.
Of Squatch report.
Of all of us.
Yeah. So 20 minutes has already gone by, and I really don't want to talk about the stuff that I wanted to talk about because I want to save it for the Art Bell show. And that means I can't talk about the Bigfoot pictures. Boy, that's weird how that, you go when I really wanted to talk about the Bigfoot photos, and then all of a sudden this goes down.
This happens.
Wow. So what do we do? Should we just cancel the show? Because I really don't want to talk about it without Art Bell. I really don't.
Yeah.
I want Art Bell to be involved in this, because there are literally probably thousands and thousands and thousands of people listening on Art Bell. I'm hoping, anyways.
Yeah, hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands, even in the millions.
We want a million. Everybody spread the word.
Yeah,
we want a million.
So
all your friends next week to show up and look at this Bigfoot that we have. Even though it's old, it's new.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know what we have and how it all came down and what happened when I placed it on Facebook back in 2008 before you guys even knew I existed, and how I got slammed on it. Is the computer rebooting right now, or?
It's still initializing.
Okay.
It's gonna take a minute.
All right. God, what do we talk about? A lot of the stuff that we talk about, it's great stuff. So, I write down a whole list of stuff to talk about, and then if I can't talk about it, it's like, what do I talk about now? Because I don't want to talk about this now, because then I don't want to save it for Art Bell. But here's this thing.
We sent
they're
the
doing
pictures.
another alien type movie. Did you see the trailers for that?
What alien movie?
I forgot what it's called, but they're doing another one where these cars are on the side of the road, and there's no people in them.
Oh.
So this family goes, and I guess something happened, or one of the kids or the dog or something runs off, running away animal, and they go and chase this whatever, and then they find a house, and this guy's tripping out. He's like, what are you doing outside? You guys need to come in, get in here. And there's aliens basically trying to go after these people.
Oh, sweet.
So there's that coming up,
And
too.
only the dog knew to get away.
Now, is that like on the theaters or on the TV?
I believe so. I heard it was a trailer, a movie trailer. So
Yeah, Bigfoot Wars is coming out too.
Now, they just the distribution company is still trying to put me in contact with a publicist for who, so we can get them on the phone and talk
Which
about
will be a future
Bigfoot.
show.
Yeah, which will be a
Future
future show, and we'll go from there. So next week, I got an email for all those. I think Paranormal Central. Is it the forum? Is it on ParanormalCentral.net?
Right,
Yeah, there's a form if you want to send us an email on ParanormalCentral.net for contact. If you want to send us just, an idea, or if you want to cuss us out.
Well, there's actually a little menu across the top, and one of the far right ones says contact.
There you go.
You push that, and you can cuss them out. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Or me.
So somebody sent an email, and they wanted more people on that we can interview. live people on the phone. Which, okay, I can see that. I won't just go out there and, there are shows every week. They have a person on talking about their book every week, and I don't want to be a show like that. All right, I won't go and just to get somebody on and to talk about their book unless I think the book is interesting and it needs to be put out there, and I think it should be part of the show. Well, then I will do that. But I'm not going to go and look for people just to put on to talk about the book, because we have a lot of stuff to talk about on this show, and you guys hear what we have to say every week, and it's not the same stuff over and over again that you hear on other shows. It's fairly new stuff, because we're investigators, and it's like we kind of know what is going on out there. All right. So I will, when I find a book that I think will be very important on this show, well, then I will get the author and I will get him on here. Like, for an example, I have an author coming on next week, and her name is Martha Hazzard Decker. And let me put, when I'm doing that right now, hold on here. Hold on here. Let me look for. Where are you?
That movie is called Alien Abduction.
Alien Abduction, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's one of my pet peeves about other shows, like radio shows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I listen to several, but only I can't listen. I try to listen to several to hear what everybody's doing and how everything goes with them.
Right.
But only like if I listen to, say, show A, and then the next week show B is having the same guest as show A had.
Right.
And then show C is too.
Right.
And show D and so on.
Well, and that's what happens too. They're on the circuit, so they
Right.
want to push their book and stuff like that, which is fine and dandy.
But everybody thinks that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, it's cool and everything, but why would we want to have a rerun of everybody, what everybody already talked about?
Right.
And that's the rub with us. Like, we try to find our own stuff and talk about it, and
Stuff that you don't know about, have
Yeah.
never even heard of.
and guests that aren't on the circuit. Like, if they might be putting out a book, but you're not going to hear that on 10 other shows this week.
Right.
We
So-
won't have that.
So going on social network and looking around, I found. Do you remember last week when you did the show from SatCon, and I was interviewing David Weatherly,
Right,
and
yeah.
and we were talking about because we're investigators, we get so many calls on paranormal subjects. How do you?
That's loud.
How do you weed through them to find out who's lying and who's not lying? And there's got to be certain questions or how you can actually figure out, how, is this person telling the truth? So that way you don't waste your time. And I was, and then all of a sudden I see this author who has this book, Paranormal Profiling. And then let me go ahead and I'll put my glasses on and read you her bio. It's, And then I saw this book by Martha Hazzard Decker. Because I was wondering, I'm going, God, how do you sit down and, even if you're on the phone or sitting in front of this person, is this person lying or not? How can you tell?
Wow.
Okay, so
Somebody told a joke and my laptop thought it was
there you go.
funny.
So Paranormal Profiling, Martha Hazzard Decker. We're going to have her on next week. And let me just give you a quick let me talk about her bio. Let's see, Decker. Gosh, dang it. Actually, it's right here. Let me just turn that down. Decker's been involved in investigating the paranormal activity since 1999. She's retired in 2007 from law enforcement as an assistant chief of police. That's why I wanted to have her on there. That right there caught my attention and put up a yahoo, because that's the kind of people I want on here, the credibility. She's retired law enforcement assistant chief, guys, okay? Negotiator. She also used to negotiate. Did I turn that down? A detective and an instructor. She founded the East Texas Paranormal in 2007. And Decker has professional experience as an investigator, criminally and civilly. She's also a writer and photographer. And she works as a special investigator and commissioned through the Texas Supreme Court as a process server. So she's been around the block, all right? She sent us a couple of books. We're going to be giving away 2 books next week, you guys, all right? Autographs. She even autographed them for us. So next week, we're going to be giving away 2 books. And I just got them yesterday, so I'm going to actually sit down and I'm going to read it. Actually, we're going camping on Tuesday, so now I have something to read. And I'm going to read it so that way I can pretty much talk about the book with her next week. So next week, we're going to have an author. And again, it's just not, didn't go find anybody that had a book and wanted to ask them on this. I think this is going to be very important for those people who like to go and investigate. Still nothing, huh? Wow, that's weird. So, okay. So, I can't wait to have her on next week, and we're going to talk about her book, and we'll go from there. So, again, we're going to have author on, Martha Hazzard Decker, for Paranormal Profiling, and as you can see, the book cover on the computer right now in front of you. So, if you want to go and order it, you can go right now to Amazon.com, I believe, and what I would do is just type in the title, and you can order it. It's not very expensive, guys. It's actually a pretty cheap covered price book, so go get it. All right, so we're going to have her on next week, plus all the stuff that we were going to talk about today. So, but you know what? Don't go anywhere, because, we're still going to talk about some stuff right now that I think that will still blow you away. And you know what? I'll talk about some stuff right now, and I'll bring it up again next week, so the Art Bell people...
Ta-da. Ta-da. Yeah, somebody in chat said we ripped the space-time continuum.
What?
Because we have a show going on from the past, and we have one going on in the now.
Because we're awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, that David Weatherly, going back to that, that was like the most interesting interviews. Like I was telling Jeff, I didn't get to really listen to him when we were videotaping that in 2012. Okay, that's when we did it, June 2012. And I came across all these files that we have on the hard drive. We have over 200 shows. Can you believe that?
Mucho shows.
We have over 200 shows.
And you guys don't even know about.
Yeah, and I came across these live recordings that we did, and I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to them. You know what I mean? Like, we would turn it on and say it, and then back then, we were like, let's leave it running so they can see what's going on behind. So it shows us all eating and doing all kinds of stuff, but then when I really looked at the interviews, it was like, wow, that was good. I mean, this Black-Eyed Children guy, he really did his research. Been doing this like 30 years. I mean, that's what's playing on Art Bell right now, is that show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I told Keith to hang on to it, and if we ever go down or have a problem like this, he could just like quickly, run a show. And he seemed to like it too. That the interviews, they're absolutely amazing.
They are good. They are good. So
every one of them was really good. And we had Carrie Cassidy, and lately she's been on a few shows, but really Carrie Cassidy doesn't do a lot of interviews. No. So it's interesting to see their thing. So the only thing that was bad was there was a lot of cussing, and Keith had to ride the button, the
really
button. Yeah,
Sorry, Keith.
But that was back in the day when we were only on the internet.
Yeah, that was no Art Bell. So now we're in the Art Bell, and we have to keep it clean. Last week I didn't keep it clean, and Art Bell, Keith yelled at me a couple times, and I say you have to tell me to shut up.
Yeah, we can't.
I can't. I have to.
Say
I have
what
to
we
remember.
want
I can't.
anymore.
I'm not on. Just live stream anymore. I'm on. We're syndicated now worldwide on a reputable network through Art Bell, and I have to watch my P's and Q's. And it's gonna take me a little bit. It's not like I do this on a daily basis and run around and cuss and all that. I don't do that. But so I just gotta watch my P's and Q's. So all right. Let me talk about a story that happened in June. I believe it was 25th. Cheryl, my wife, not Diane, was actually brought it to my attention, and let me, we talked about
last week's show's playing.
Oh, last week's show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. That was a good show too.
What last week was that? I don't remember last week. I really don't. So
Actually, it is hard. They run together after a while. You do so many.
Okay. I think there's a lot going on right now in the human body, and a lot of people are talking about it. And what I mean is our DNA. I know for all those people who watch this show, who listen, know that we've talked about the Illuminati, the third eye, DNA, people, how they have special, they can do special things with their bodies, have special talents. I think for some reason more children are being born now with those type of abilities. And because we only use a very minute part of our brain, and what is it, like 5% or something? I mean, it's like way down there.
That's not true.
No.
Oh,
well,
man.
it's got to be. But you know what? There's a movie out with Charlotte Johansson. What's her name? Scarlett Johansson. That's a movie that's out right now in the theater. Is that this girl, for some reason now, can use like 90% of her body.
I know which one you're talking about.
And she goes like this, and they all fall down. Is because now she uses, for some reason, I don't know if she was a test tube.
No. She was kidnapped, and I think she was used to carry something in her stomach, and it leaks open.
Oh.
And that's how it gets
and that's
into
how,
her
brain.
Yeah.
And now she can utilize like 90% of her.
It's growing throughout the movie.
Okay. So Scarlett Johansson is like, she can literally, I mean, I saw the trailer, and she was walking through a hall, and there was like 30 guys waiting for her, and she went like this with her hand, and they all fell down, like passed out, or just put them to sleep or whatever. And she can move things. She can, it's crazy, because now she can use a very large portion of her brain. Because scientists are still trying to figure out how can, why only 5% or 7% or whatever. Well, I think now the children that are being born, because of the organic, because of people are now watching what they put in their bodies before they even have the baby, and what they're putting in their bodies during the pregnancy. So when this baby is born, it comes out without all the junk that was fed to it by the mother while it was, becoming a baby or in the stomach. So there's this story that came out, I think it was New Mexico, actually, Philadelphia. But police confiscated a healthy baby because it was born at home. Now, I'm going to read a couple things to you on this, because Cheryl, again, who does a lot of reading, and she gets into this stuff. And this is on, and as a matter of fact, if you want to Google it, Google police confiscate healthy baby. It's on the Off the Grid News. And this family had the baby. It was born at home. And the doctors, they say, a Pennsylvania woman claims doctors took her 7-day-old healthy baby and called police and social workers simply because she gave birth at home. She also said that the doctor at St. Joseph Hospital transferred her baby to another hospital without her permission. Now, what really caught my attention on this story is what they did when they confiscated the baby. For all those who don't have babies, and you don't know, when you're in the delivery room, your moms are totally out of it, obviously, because you're either on pain medication and you're in so much pain, you have no idea the baby is born, and the doctors grab it and they do things to it that you have no clue. Now, obviously, they clean up the baby, and one of the first things that they do is they actually put something in the baby's eyes. And what they put in the baby's eyes is silver nitrate. And, when Cheryl told me silver nitrate, I'm going, what the hell is silver nitrate? Well, silver nitrate, according to the reason why the doctors put it in the baby's eyes when it's first born, is to prevent it from going blind because of certain diseases that the mother might have. Like, it mentions gonorrhea for one thing. And I'm going, what? And then Cheryl goes, but, they test you, if you want to have a baby or during the pregnancy, they do a bunch of tests on you to make sure you're not infected with these type of diseases that
the doctor could get while he's down there messing around.
Well, no, they want to make sure your baby comes out, good. I mean, not premature or with any defects.
Right.
All right.
So they really don't need that.
They don't need the drops. Why do they need the silver nitrate? Well, if you Google silver nitrate, it's really not a good thing to ingest or to put in your eyes, for one thing. Matter of fact, too much silver nitrate could actually blind you, according to what the information said on Google. So, all of a sudden, you have... Now, this is what I'm thinking. Why would the mother or the father want to have the baby born at home? Well, one of the things is vaccinations. All right?
Oh, they don't want no shots.
They don't want the shots for the baby, for one thing. Nowadays, people are actually trying to say that, the shot that the babies are getting when they're born, and now, every so many years they have to get more shots, and before you get into junior high, you have to get another shot. What are these shots actually for? Actually, they can give you the name of the shot, and then they can give you a reason for each shot. But this particular family, I think, obviously, one of the reasons why they had the baby at home was because they wanted to have it natural. I bet you $1 million. It doesn't say on this article, but I bet you $1 million that this family is the type of family that eats organic, that are very healthy and eat correctly and don't drink sodas and the whole 9 yards. And I bet you that that's what this family does. It doesn't say in this article, but I bet you anything that's what this family is all about. Now, how the law enforcement found out about this family having the baby born at home, I don't know. But they took the baby, they confiscated it, and right away they put the silver nitrate in her eyes, and gave her the shots that they usually require when they're born, and it's a female. And then they took it and transported it to certain hospitals where, it's like, the family didn't authorize this. As a matter of fact, somebody even told the family that they can sue them for doing this. Well, now I don't know if they're going to do that or not. But let's talk about that. A lot of children nowadays are coming out with high IQs, and a lot of them at the very beginning stages can see things at a young age, like my Christian did when he was a kid, and then at 7 years old, pretty much. And I think what's happening, as a matter of fact, even Cheryl mentioned my girlfriend, Katy Perry, the recent video of Dark Horse, or the song called what is that? What I knew then, now I know now. I forgot that song. But if you guys really go and listen to both those songs, she is basically giving you guys hints, big time, as far as what they are trying to make you not know about. And I think that, a lot of people don't think that the third eye is for real. I believe, well, now she was even, if we really want to get ugly and technical, she was talking about the reptilian race, on how, out near the Bay Area, I think in San Jose, how every year they go out and they worship that large wooden owl. For all those who have seen the Jesse Ventura episode where he actually went in and they got video that, and again, this is the talk of the town, how the reptilians actually like children under a certain age. Well, supposedly they have, in the third eye, they have a liquid that allows them to shape shift. And this is the reason why they like the little kids, and they actually drink that liquid, and they do sacrifices. And Cheryl was reading all this from different books, and it's like they're all talking about the same thing. And I'm going...
Now, I've read somewhere that these reptilian, they capture the baby, and they take it down, and then they scare it so bad that it causes like some kind of adrenaline or fear chemical, to fill it up. And then when they eat the baby, they get a buzz off of that. So they like scare the crap out of these kids and then eat them, and then they're all sitting around getting all wasted.
That's gross.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that is what feeds their third eye too. I don't know, I don't know. But they feed on fear.
Well, the adrenaline, if you look at this coming from a scientific standpoint, the adrenaline, I've heard from what people say, it kind of makes things seem slower to us because we're so hyped up, our heart's pumping all this blood, so everything, I can't explain it, but everything to us when we're hyped up like that looks slowed, like time slowed. So maybe the adrenaline is what's feeding that other sense.
Wow.
Now,
when you're all
like
hyped up,
maybe they
you
were
could do a whole
catching
lot more.
a buzz, and they're like,
right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like,
that
do.
kid was
can you explain that better than I can?
No, I agree. Like, for example, what your theory is, a car accident, there's a woman trapped underneath the car, and this man, such high on adrenaline, is able to pick up
lift
this
the car,
car and take out the girl, and then doesn't know later until he finds out, did you just do that? And holy mac, I had no clue he did that, only because of the adrenaline that went through his
I
body.
saw a guy do that one time. And a jack fell, and the guy was under the car, and this old guy goes running over there and then picks up the car and is holding it while these two guys pull this guy out and then set it down. And then after the ambulance left, they're all like, man, how did you do that? He's like, well, I just went over there and I went.
You just did it.
And he couldn't do
it again.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like, whoa.
So maybe there is a key with our adrenaline and our body's chemistry on why.
Right.
And how we're able to do that.
So, let's just say...
Juice, I pee pineal
the
juice.
the pineal gland. That's what.
Yeah,
That's the
penal. Yeah, I penal juice all the time.
These are gross.
All right. The pineal gland is, and if you guys can Google that, it's right inside, like right in here in the middle of your forehead and your brain, right in there. It's called the pineal gland. And a lot of people are saying that is the third eye. But what happens at a certain age, like I think it's 6 or 7 years old, it starts to, what's the word I'm looking for? Crystallize, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Crystallize, and then once it gets crystallized, then it's pretty much dead and doesn't do anything. Now, can you uncrystallize it? I don't know. But a lot of things that they are giving to us as we're growing up in order to crystallize it, so that way you are not aware of what's happening in the real world. Fluoride, I believe, is the main thing that they're giving everybody to assist. Maybe it's a combination of the fluoride and the silver nitrate that once it's together, then that's what starts.
I don't even think it's that. I mean, look at all the crap we're eating.
Well, yeah, absolutely, yeah. No, there's a lot of crap.
Yeah,
but
like a jump start, they do the eye thing, like a jump start on the system to kill that little piece of
the
system.
pineal gland, right? Because they don't want you to come alive and to figure out what's really going on. As a matter of fact, Cheryl, while she was reading one of the articles,
calcifying.
Calcifying. There you go.
It'll be calcium.
Yes.
Buildup.
She was actually reading one of the articles on the silver nitrate or whatever, and it had on there a dentist, because part of the silver nitrate, and when you grow up, how many of you out there who are like Alan and my age, and probably, well, they still use it now, when you have cavities, they had the cavities, they put the caps, what the name of the mineral,
the
fillings they used
man, what is
mercury.
That stuff? Yeah, mercury.
Okay, they used mercury in the fillings in our teeth. And did you know mercury is so poisonous? It is unbelievable. Did you know, guys, a temperature, let's say you get one of those, just a flat temperature that you can put outside and it has a little mercury ball inside of it. And did you know that if that mercury ball happens to break, that you're supposed to notify hazard waste team immediately for them to come and clean that up, because it is extremely poisonous. We're talking hazmat, guys, all right? That's how bad mercury is. But they put it in our teeth, in our mouth. Now, I have so much mercury in my mouth right now. It
Maybe
is
like
unbelievable.
a low dose?
Well, I have so much mercury, and I want to tell you why I have so much mercury. When I was growing up, I was so skinny. And my system was not able, my digestive system was not able to retrieve the minerals and vitamins that it was supposed to allow me to grow up, like I should have. Because I grew up really skinny. I was so skinny, people thought I was sick and had AIDS. That's how bad I looked when I was growing up. And so I was not getting the proper vitamins and minerals. And I didn't eat. I remember I was the type of kid that didn't eat a lot of sweets, but yet I got a lot of cavities. And it's because my digestive system did not intake the proper minerals and vitamins in order to have been my teeth to really take care of themselves. I was actually reading that if you have cavities, if you eat the correct foods, that cavity will correct itself, and you'll get rid of it.
What do you have to eat?
No, read. Go ahead and Google the correct foods or vitamins and minerals to retract the cavity from actually healing itself.
I'm doing some research right now on the fluoride and the gland and stuff like that, and it's saying sodium fluoride will actually cause genetic DNA damage. So it's actually damaging our DNA.
The fluoride?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
then
that's what's wrong with the children today?
Huh?
That's what's wrong with the children today. They've been drinking water. Like, we didn't start really drinking fluoridated water until, they started
recently.
it. They started it when I was a kid, so my kid's been drinking it.
And then the pineal gland, it does the calcification, which clogs the gland. That's weird. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different stuff.
Oh yeah, and I think fluoride is the main ingredient in that. But the silver nitrate, do they put that in the baby's eyes so that way, if you come out that natural and clean, you're not actually maybe able to see another dimension? Because they put that crap in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the purpose of putting that in your eyes? They don't want you to see something. I really do believe that. Because
and I wonder, we have lots of nurses and stuff that listen to us.
Oh, especially the one in New York, huh?
Yeah, I wonder if they know, and later on they could post up on our Facebook wall or something about that.
Send us a message about the silver nitrate. What is the actual purpose of that particular eye drop being placed in a baby's eye as soon as it
are
is born.
specifically for the purpose of preventing bacterial eye infections.
Mm-hmm.
Eye infections used to be a major cause of blindness in children.
But only now that they do that, it's not, right? That's what they're saying.
Well, it is because of the gonorrhea and chlamydia. So basically, STDs that the mother may have can transmit to the child, and that would cause blindness in the baby. But like you were saying, if they're doing testing on the mother before, why even use these eye drops?
Exactly.
I mean, if she doesn't have it, why are they doing it?
Exactly.
And every single child that is born gets those eye drops. Every single child. It's a must. It's a mandatory.
Well, when I have a baby, they're not going to do that.
And what life are you talking about?
Well, no, it's actually because it was so common a blindness, many states now require it for all newborns. So it's not whether you get a choice in the mother or not.
No,
it's a requirement.
it's a requirement. So that's why they physically came to their house and took the baby from her to give her that eye drop. All right. So let's continue with this.
That's interesting.
You know, the mercury in our teeth, in my teeth. I mean, you can frickin' put a flashlight on my mouth and blind you with all the mercury I have.
There's usually a waiver you could sign if you do not consent to the drops.
That's kind of weird that they didn't give her the availability to sign that waiver. They just did it automatically.
Well, I wonder
if that's true. I mean, you could read an article off the internet.
Sure.
And it could be completely blown out of context.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just you have to go in and do a little bit more research.
That's just like Jeff's wife just said. At school they can't even use
Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we can't use it in college either.
Because there's no...
Our
anybody
soccer
could write a
goalie
wiki.
was...
Well, yeah, I mean, anybody can actually...
Right.
You can actually go on to somebody's and then add to it.
Yeah.
And
well,
add to
our
it.
U.S. Department of Defense, the picture of it was our goalie for the FIFA tournament. They changed it and put his name there. So,
Okay.
I mean, I could go in right now and change anything I want.
Right. So, yeah, that's something that you can't... it's not the correct information. You don't know if it's the right information or not. So,
Before
you
you
can.
do anything, you need to check at least 3 or 4,
For
if
other
not
references.
5 sites. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'll let everybody know when I'm about to have a baby.
And it's going to be with a Bigfoot. It's going to be a hairy Emma.
no.
So, okay. So now let's continue on with the teeth, the
So they
mercury.
come out ninja.
Anyways, she was looking on a site. She was reading a site about this, and then all of a sudden it had teeth and mercury, because they're saying, and you can Google this, you guys. I know this is what I mean by you will not hear about this on anybody else's channels or TV or shows, because we're going to tell you about stuff that you're probably listening to me right now, dude, you're smoking the crack. But if you Google it, you're going to go, holy smokes,
No,
there's actually stuff on this.
There's Colorado Striker. He said, I think it was his or the other one. They said they had 12 years ago had all that removed out of their mouth and put new in.
And thank you, Colorado Striker, because Cheryl just found a dentist here in Clovis on Shaw Avenue and Fowler that actually removes the mercury from your teeth.
They'll have to pull my teeth out.
Because he's that type of dentist who that he knows that, well, wait a minute, he must be into the organic type of things. As a matter of fact, it's, tomorrow I think we're going to make a call to him, and we're going to set up a consultation to go in there and talk to him. Because I want to have both of us.
You should. I heard it causes diseases.
Okay, and that's where I want to go. That's exactly where I want to go with
migraines.
This. Did you know that
it
people...
poisons you.
Actually, if it's Colorado Striker who talked about the feelings, I've heard...
it was Texas Squatch.
Texas Squatch. Okay, Texas Squatch. I've heard that as soon as your feelings, the feelings of the mercury is removed from your mouth within several days or a week, your body tends to recoup, and it's like you're not lazy anymore. Things happen to your body. You get a renovation, and it's like whoa. And a lot of people say that they've had allergies, and your allergies are gone. If you've had like pains in your muscles and your joints, they're gone because the mercury fillings are taken out. And it's poison. Every time you chew on food, every time you swallow saliva, that mercury gets sucked into your system, and that's and it gets digestive. The mercury gets digestive into your system, and who knows what it's doing to you. So Cheryl and I are going to go, and we're going to sit down with this doctor, and I'm going to see if I can get him as a sponsor for the show.
Good.
I'm going to see if the fillings my mom used, because she's a
Cool.
dental assistant.
Okay.
I'm going to see if those are mercury. Because I don't care. I have like one. I have one.
That's
I
cool.
think it's
So
called,
I don't know if it's
I
mercury
think it's
or
called
not.
amalgam.
Oh, it's
amalgam or something like that is the mercury.
Oh, it
kind.
is, but not a lot.
It has some mercury in it.
There's mercury in it.
Yeah. See.
No wonder I'm lazy.
Yeah,
No.
but it doesn't take,
Lazy
it
bum
doesn't
you.
take a lot.
No, it
doesn't
doesn't.
take a
Can you
lot.
imagine if you look at my teeth, you would freak out because I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fillings of mercury in my mouth.
I am 13.
Okay, and
I should be dead.
So it's like
So are there alternative
yes,
fillings?
yes. They have now. It's a beige stuff that they put on there that hardens really quick, and it takes the place of fillings.
It's even harder than the old stuff.
Yeah. So we definitely, and I don't know if our insurance is going to cover it. Obviously, we both have good insurance because I work for AT&T, and she's a school teacher, so obviously we have good insurance. Can we actually say, will our insurance cover it? I don't know. It's more like a cosmetic type of thing, because to them, this is, they're going to think it's conspiracy theory.
Just go get them taken out, and then when you go to your dentist, be like, you know what? They all fell out, and I want the alternative one.
Actually, one fell out a long time ago, and it's I just have a hole in there. It doesn't hurt or anything. I know. I should get it fixed.
It must have been a root canal area. Like it was a root canal. I have one down here.
Yeah.
Root canal, it like ground all the way down, but you don't feel it.
No, you don't.
No nerve.
You guys need to brush your teeth.
I do.
We do.
Trust me, I do.
But
No, this
see,
is
we've been-
and I used to have a filling in there, and the filling came out.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember what I was chewing. I think it was corn nuts, because I used to back in the day. They used to eat corn nuts. I went, oh crap, and the whole filling came out. Like, oh shit! And this was like a long time ago. So, but yeah. In other words, we're gonna go sit down and talk with this dentist and see if we can get all these mercuries taken out of our fillings and been replaced. So
Texas Squatch, the one that had it done, he said they use a white epoxy material.
there you go.
And they use a blue light to harden it. And I think I have a couple of those in the front.
Now, ask him. Texas Squatch, when you had those removed 12 years ago, did you feel any difference in your immune system?
I have the blue light too, but my mom said those still have a tiny bit of mercury in it.
Really?
Unless they do that with all the fillings in
Well,
the blue light.
now, if like for example, like this dentist that we're gonna go talk to, if he's totally into the organic and the natural and all that, he's not gonna probably have any mercury in any of his fillings. So we'll see. We'll see what he says.
Yeah.
So Texas Squatch, go ahead and chat and see. Did you have it? Did you feel it any difference when you had them removed? And hopefully he'll go ahead and respond on chat, because I know there's a delay. So, but that's what we're gonna go have done. I tell you guys, conspiracy theories, if you believe them or not, all of the stuff that we talk about right now, you can go Google, and we are not the only ones talking about this. All right, it's not like talk shows are talking about this. People have been researching this type of phenomena when it comes to conspiracy theories and your pineal gland and mercury in your fillings, the fluoride, the vaccinations that they give the babies at a young age. A lot of people say that those vaccinations also cause the autism and these babies when they grow up.
I disagree with that.
I don't know.
I disagree.
I don't
with
know.
that.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna be totally honest. I know several people who have autistic children. Is that the right way of saying it? Either the mother or the father used to take drugs. Now, I'm not saying that...
I would believe that, like, more.
Okay, now, I'm not saying that even the people to this day, if you're listening on chat right now, I know there's a combination of all different things. Vaccinations, drugs, and all this. So,
Well,
it's just...
I used to tell my friends, like, they would have kids, and then their kids want to make their hair purple and blue, and a big giant mohawk with 50 colors in it, and all this stuff, and make their face white like goth or something like that. I told them, see, now that was like one too many acid trips that we did. We all did it, and they did one too many more than me. Like they went a little bit crazy on it, and then now look at their kids. They're psychedelic. Like, they won't even be normal ever. They just want to be blue or green or purple or whatever.
But yet they don't have any defects or anything. They're just crazy kids.
Well, I don't know. I always thought they were brain damaged because, who would do that anyways? I don't know.
Yeah. So, I think there is something in the vaccinations also that, the government wants to give our children because of the DNA changing and all that kind of stuff. The fluoride, all that, it's all interconnected somehow.
See, I know the fluoride. Now, I didn't know this. Like 20, let's see, 20, how old are my kids? So 30 years ago, when our kids are just starting to get in school. See, when we were in school, like my age, they didn't have to, they would give, parents believed anything. Right? They would send a little thing home saying, do you want your kid to be immunized from measles and this and this and this and this, right? And then you'd bring it back, and then next week we were all in a line in the cafeteria, and we were getting shots on both arms, right? And it was just the thing. It was the thing you do, Now, we moved out of the city to raise our kids in the country, so that they didn't have the influence of the city life on them. And I'm wondering, I don't think we had drinking water right out of the well, so we didn't have fluoride or nothing. So we were natural all the way until they were, on their own and moving out. But all the other people in the city were getting the fluoride, even including me, before I moved out of the city. They saw you. No.
So
she's afraid to be
seen.
So
yeah, so
that's funny.
So there are people giving us hints about all this. Go listen to Dark Horse, and I don't remember. Cheryl, I know you're listening. What is the other song that you what I know now that I know then, or whatever that song is? Is that the right title? That one and Dark Horse. Go and listen to both those, and if you can get the lyrics.
They did see her. They saw you.
And if you can listen to or watch the lyrics and read the lyrics and see if Katy Perry definitely signed her life away, and I think it was a oops. Basically, is what it was. It was an oops. So
I don't know. I think that I worry about that with us a little bit. Me and my wife had this conversation. We're getting popular. We're talking to Hollywood. How are we gonna know? Is it gonna be so sneaky? They bring this paper to you, and then you have to run it through a computer program to be able to read the fine print. That's
no. That's what the lawyers are for, man. Before we sign anything, we're gonna have lawyers look at it.
Because I would hate to sign away, your blood or whatever.
Oh, no, it would. No, there's lawyers that are involved. We're just not going to sit down and sign it. No, lawyers.
I know it could be easy though. If they say, "Oh, you're going to make $500 million," in the next 5 years, be like, "Where do I sign?" Yeah. That would be really simple.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even care if you do it, but. That's what happens with all those people in the entertainment industry. They see that big number, then they sign, and then 10 years later, they're like, wow, I'm less happy than I was before.
And that is, if you look at the big-time rock stars, Rolling Stones, Kenny Rogers, all those guys. Matter of fact, I don't remember which rock star it was, but they said, why are you still touring? And the answer he gave was, because I have to. The way he said it, it was because he signed a contract and he is obligated to, and he has to. So
Man, who was that? That was the guy that sang "Everybody Must Get Stoned," and I even heard Willie Nelson say that.
As a matter of fact, I think it was Willie Nelson who I'm talking about.
And he was like 70 something, and he's like, I'm fulfilling my contract.
There you go.
You know.
Yes. That matter of fact, that's exactly how I remember reading it. I have to fulfill my contract. Absolutely right. So
Man, that sucks, man.
So yeah, it's like, back in the days, it's in the 70s and the 60s, when you signed the contract, you didn't care. You didn't have a lawyer with you present. You just signed on the dotted line.
Yeah,
So.
and you know what? A lot of them are broke.
Which is kind of
Yeah.
weird. I mean, with all the money that they make.
Well, did they really make it, or did the record company keep it? You know what I mean? Like after
they get
certain
a percentage.
point,
You get a percentage, yeah.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, and then you blow through it like I have a friend, Green Jelly guy, and he has a platinum record made out of a children's fairy tale or rhyme or nursery rhyme or whatever, and I mean.
Well, see,
he's
but
not
you have to understand though. I mean,
bazillionaire.
no, and see, for all those who don't know, I used to be in the music business, so I know how these contracts are. Before you make any money when you sign a contract in the music business, the record label, when they put out the record, when they run advertisement, when they put you on tour, they are just lending you that money. You have to pay all that back before you get any money.
Oh.
I don't know if you knew that.
So
but
what if you don't earn it back?
Then you're always in the hole.
Oh man.
Okay. So,
So, like, I own you until you're 100.
yeah. So basically, depending on the contract, if you have a 3-album deal or a 4-album deal with 2 options or whatever, then the record company can literally put $5 million in promoting your record, but you don't see any money come back to you from the record sales. Now, touring is a different thing. The touring money, I believe, belongs to you, and that's why bands are on the road 250 days out of the year or 350 days out of the year, because that's where they make their money. The record sales, that's not where they make their money. The record sales goes right back into the record company, and until you pay back what they loaned you as far as advertisement and promotion, all this kind of stuff.
And they could keep on promoting you, so you could be indefinitely owned.
Yes, exactly. So they can still put millions of dollars in promoting your record, and still you won't be caught up. But that's why a lot of bands go and tour, because that's where the money comes in, and that's where they make their money. So
that's why YouTube is now, they just came out with this thing that they were hitting me for copyrights. Like, I would load up old shows and we were using music for other music,
right,
and they wouldn't let me monetize it because it was somebody else's, it was like some band or something, whatever.
Right.
And then when we got our own music, I could monetize it, but only they would monetize the ones I couldn't monetize, and they were giving the money to the record companies. So they didn't care, if you put it on there, you just can't monetize it because they have a copyright on it. Even if it's only 2 seconds of that song, they get it. Now YouTube just changed the policy, or they're working on a change where everyone that puts music on there, like say you're an artist and play the guitar, and you play in front of your camera all by yourself, and then you load your music on there, they're going to charge you.
Because you're promoting yourself.
Right, exactly. And now the record labels will pay easily this fee, but only, the guy that lives on the street on the corner that did it with his cell phone, prepaid cell phone thing, he can't afford it. Or even the average guy is going to have a hard time.
Right.
Because they have to pay by the view. So if, you put it on there and it gets real popular, and 100,000 people look at it, you're going to be in debt to YouTube. Like crazy.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's how they make their money.
And now the Illuminati owns YouTube. Wouldn't you know it?
Okay. So, There you go. So, yeah. So, where did we get Illuminati? Oh, that's right. We got into the Illuminati now from the vaccinations and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the Illuminati's making the whole thing we've been talking about is from them. I mean, they're the ones that started vaccinating everybody. They're the one that has the thing. They want to control the population and kill everyone. They're the one that wants to close the forest. They're the ones that's spraying the chemicals in the air. I mean, it's them. It's their plan.
Right.
You know.
I also think that there is something major going on with the border crossings right now with all those kids. There is something not right. It's being done on purpose. And just a couple days ago in Mexico, there was a vehicle that was hijacked, and it had radiation waste in it, but they found it. So they are saying, you know, with all the chaos right now coming over the border, there's like thousands and thousands of kids and people running across the border. The border patrols aren't even doing anything anymore. They're trying to catch them all if they can. You know, I can tell you right now, and it probably already happened throughout that chaos that occurred with all these crossings. I bet you big money that terrorists walked right across that border with a nuclear weapon, or just some weirdo weapons, that they're going to use in a terrorist attack here pretty soon. I guarantee you that's what the reason was behind all this. And it looked like it. And like I said, I bet you money it already happened. So don't be surprised if pretty soon something is going to happen. And a lot of people are saying it's going to be in New York for some reason, and I'm hearing that left and right. I don't know what it is: a dirty bomb, a nuclear weapon, an EMP bomb.
Did you know that a lot of people don't know, like this big kid thing? You know, like what are they talking about? Just so far, 30,000 little kids, you know, coming from Mexico. And I was talking to my aunt, and she's pro, like, take them in. Like, just think of, she was telling me, just think of how they're living, you know, over there. And their parents want a better life for them, you know, and brought them over here. And she was liking it to look at the you know, Hispanic people that already came over the border and lived illegal, and now their kids are here. They had kids, and they're putting into society now. They went to college, you know, and she says, look at what we could offer them and all this stuff. And then I was telling her, yeah, but look at what they'll do that. You know, they'll take all these kids and they're putting them in a FEMA camp. That's where they're putting him. A Congress guy goes and tries to get in there to see him, and they turn him around, they turn him like away. Right. So what are they really doing, right? I mean, we're only getting like a little teeny piece of the story. What are they really doing? You know, and I don't want to agree to anything until I know what's the real agenda. If the congressman can't even know, then there's something up. And like, what if they're giving him something that will kill people? You know what I mean? What if they're
virus?
What if they're, you know, and they got them in there and they're using this thing like, oh, they're so poor, and pulling on the heartstrings of people like my aunt and other people, and then they get them where they're highly toxic to anyone, and then send them off to school in different areas, and it spreads out and kills everybody. And you know, who's gonna know, right? And then they'll say, oh no, we have this big thing happening and we don't know where it's coming from, and they did it.
Right. I mean, that's where it could start. It could start from the southern states, and a virus is a zombie apocalypse, guys. I mean, you know, don't put it past to the Illuminati that this is where it's all going to start. You don't know. You know, matter of fact, there was I just did an interview on some guy's radio station or talk show, paranormal talk show, a couple days ago, and he mentioned to me, he goes, man, Jeff, you know, you put some crazy stuff on your wall that I even think you're like way out there. And I asked him, okay, well, what were the ones that you remember? And he said, I just can't remember. I'm going, well, there are a lot of stuff that come over the wire. I will not put anything on my wall unless I think there is some fact to it.
Or it could happen
or it
later.
can happen later. Yeah, right. Conspiracy theories is a very big part of this show that we do here. And like the stuff we talked about tonight, if I would to have sat down with, just a regular person and tell them all this stuff, they would thought I would be completely out of my freaking mind. But if you really go out there and do your research, guys, no, man, this is has been going on for a long time. People are talking about this, have been talking about it. The reason why you don't know about it is because the media doesn't talk about it and the newspapers don't talk about it because they're not allowed to talk about this stuff. All right?
I've been getting attacked lately because of my view on global warming. I don't believe that the car, what set me off, actually a while back, a couple of years ago, I took a climate class and I read up on this stuff on the internet, and not just wiki, I actually go to websites that research weather because I'm interested in it. And we don't the first people that started talking about global warming that actually put that out, that people driving their cars and spewing out everything and we're changing the weather, right? Well, all those people, they recanted. They don't believe that we're global warming anymore, that it's caused from the human. That it's caused from the sun. The sun is doing it. But anyways, I put that on my wall, and man, oh man, I get attacked from my own family members and from friends and people I don't even know. Is it right that we're still spewing that stuff out of our car? Well, maybe it isn't, but we made laws that is stopping those third world countries in Mexico and some of the other ones from developing, because the Illuminati UN people decided that you can't put that much carbon out, so they can't have electricity. So is that right that we were able to develop and break do all this stuff, and we don't let them because of carbon? Did you know that we're made out of carbon? Did you know that the biggest carbon producer in the world is the ocean? And that carbon in the atmosphere is only less than 3% of the whole atmosphere? They count it in parts per billion. So, are we really changing the environment? I don't think so. And I don't think we'll know if we are or not in our lifetime. Maybe 800 years from now, we might see what we did hit the environment, but I don't think we know, And I might be getting everybody all mad in chat too.
Well,
that's a touchy
did
subject.
you know that the ice caps are actually larger than anticipated, and they're actually, as a matter of fact, it was last year, the global warming activist, I think, sent out a science team to go and measure the so-called no ice, and they got stuck. And they actually got stuck, right? Their ship got stuck on the ice because there was so much ice. So therefore, they had to send another ship to go get them, and that ship got sucked. All right.
Well, so, that rocket that we went out and looked at the other night, that rocket is supposed to go up and measure carbon in the atmosphere, and it's not to see if we're global warming. It's to see how much carbon's in there, so they know how much to charge people. It can only see 100-mile little section, right? It can't see a big wide section, so they'll aim it at Fresno. And they'll say, Fresno, they're putting out all this much carbon, so the carbon tax is going to be this much.
We're in the valley. Everything comes in here and stays here. So if that's the case, then we're going to get our bucks taxed big time.
Yeah, and it's all from San Francisco.
San Francisco, San Jose, the Bay Area, it comes this way. That's why there's so, our air is bad here in the valley. For those who don't know, we live in a dome, in a bowl, actually. And when the wind blows all of the smog from the Bay Area, it actually floats down in the bottom of the valley here where we live. And our air is very, very dirty here. It's not because of us here. It's because of everybody on the West Coast, on the the Bay Area. That we're getting all the stuff from them.
Well, they call it that, like in my study of weather, they call that the natural air conditioner. Like right now, we're cooking, right? It's like 105 outside right now and 112 in here. But when the weather pattern changes, all the little valleys, the river valleys where the rivers go to the ocean, they let cold air come from the coast, and it just blows in here, and it'll change 30 degrees in a couple hours, and the nice breeze and everything. It's coming from the ocean. But when it's stuck, all that air is just pumped in the high pressure, yucky carbons and everything that carbon oxide comes in, and then we're living in it.
Yep.
And they're pumping it on us too.
So great
with all the contrails or chemical trails.
Yippee. So, all right, we got about 30 minutes left to go. God, like I said, we had a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Some stuff that I wanted to talk about, Danny was going to talk about, so
we'll double up on the Bigfoot stuff next week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be good. We're going to talk a lot about Bigfoot next week.
And I'm going to show you those photographs of the Bigfoot, or the photograph of the Bigfoot that David Ragosa got, and I was with him at the time. So you can't say that he got this by himself. Or what I mean by that is, because a lot of people, when a Bigfoot photograph hits the air and hits the social media, and they get this photograph, no one knows a great deal about it. Who took it, where it came from, why didn't you take an after shot of the location? This photograph that David got on a game camera when I was there, when we retrieved it. Hold on. It's coming up.
But you did take an after shot. Then we'll show that too. And we have pictures of you standing there with the measuring tape and everything. I mean, it's not like you just put a picture up and didn't follow up.
You can in any time. Yeah, we're just mumbling around right now. You want to just go and call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and call it. It's like I said, a lot of stuff that we wanted to talk about, we can't talk about today because I didn't want to leave Art Bell out. So we're gonna go ahead and call it.
We thank you guys for tuning in, anyways.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And we'll try not to have another technical glitch.
Yeah, so we're going to have another laptop in here next week. So I appreciate you sticking around for at least an hour and a half. I appreciate it a great deal. Next week we should be up and running. And again, we're going to have the author, Martha Hazzard Decker, on.
Paranormal Central.
Yeah, we're going to talk about her
Jeffrey
Paranormal
Gonzalez
Profiling book. All right?
Thomas.
All right, you guys. See you guys next week.
At
Peace out.
ParanormalCentral.net
Adios.
and on artbell.com. Stay tuned for next time. Remember to keep your eyes to the skies. And we hope you witness something you cannot explain.
I'm looking for you. You're looking for me. We have to decide what it will be. Can it be true? Can I